Hey, St. Peter's, coming to you again with another one of our midweek devotionals. I decided that I better give up the name 2-Minute Tuesdays because I don't think many of these are actually going to be 2 minutes, but I do promise to keep them short. But I remind you, the reason we're doing this, the reason I'm making these videos is that I hope we are learning to live out the faith during the week. Church is not just about Sunday. It's not just about coming, although that's important. It's about living out the faith in our real lives and letting the word that we study on Sundays go deep into our life until it changes us. And this week, as we go through what's one of my favorite passages, I do have many favorite passages, admittedly, but Daniel 3 is one of them because it tells such a remarkable story. If you want to hear the whole sermon, it's on our website still, but the very brief version is, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego are under tremendous pressure, even pressure of death, to bow down and agree with, bow down and worship this idol with the rest of the nation. And they don't. And they're brought before the king, and he even says, do it now. So there's interpersonal pressure, and they do not. And the reason they have such freedom is that they know who they are in God. And they know that no matter what happens, their God is with them. And that's a freedom that I think all of us long to have. Very few of us do have. But it's something I hope we can try to grow towards. That no matter who laughs at you, no matter what is cool or not cool, no matter what persecution we might face, even all the way up to death, that we might say, I am the Lord's. And if you kill me, I shall but die, and my God raises the dead. And if you mock me or don't accept me, you mean I get to walk in the footsteps of Jesus? I get to be like my Lord? These are not bad outcomes. So I want you to think about kind of the three things that the youths said that helped them to have such freedom. The first is they said, we do not have to justify ourselves before you, O God. That's freedom. We know you're not really our judges. We don't have to even justify ourselves before you. Now, the question for you and I to think about is, who do I feel like I have to justify myself before? And as you come up with whatever that is, bring that to God in prayer. See if that is good and right and godly, or maybe if he would encourage you towards freedom from that. Freedom from, I don't know what it is. It could be a family expectation. It could be a cultural expectation. It could be something that your boss really likes or doesn't like, but that you don't like, you don't think is right. Whatever it is, give that up to God. The second thing they say, which is also critical if we're going to do the first part, is they say, our God is able to save us. And I hope that message goes deep, because if we're going to have freedom like this, we have to know that not only is God our judge and no one else, but that he is able to save us from whatever it is that we are afraid of. That every path ends back with God. It means that sometimes, things might not go exactly the way we want, but our God is able. And finally, that brings us to the third point, this beautiful statement of faith when they say, but even if he does not, he is able to save us. But even if he does not, we will not bow before your idol, O King. That is tremendous, tremendous faith. For me, it's becoming kind of the definition of faith. And my faith is not based on my circumstances. It's not based on how happy or sad I am, even on my own experiences. I know that God lives. I know that he is able. But even if he does not, I will trust in him. Even if I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, because you are with me, O God. And I know sometimes that leads us into hard places, but final reminder, it was in the fire that Jesus actually met these three youths. If they had bailed out earlier, if they had done or said whatever they needed to do or say to get out of the situation, they would have missed this moment with God. Where is God calling us to walk with Him and to trust Him with the outcome? Even here in Bucks County, even maybe in our schools or workplaces or among friends. Hope you be praying about that this week and look forward to continuing our journey together on Sunday.